Alright, this is Unit 4, chemical reactions. We're going to talk about how to balance chemical reactions for your test review, because it says Unit 4 review right there. So, tip number 1 is start with the big ugly thing. This thing has the big ugly thing. So, we have 2 sodiums, so we write a 2. Now normally we would go looking for the sulfite on the other side, but sulfite is gone, so we can't balance it that way. So we're just going to balance it individually. Sulfur, sulfur. Okay? 3 oxygens. 1, 2, 3 oxygens. Okay. So now we have hydrogens. We have 2 hydrogens. We only have 1. So 2. That gives us 2 chlorines, which we have 2 chlorines. Easy. Second one. This thing has all the junk in it, so let's start over here. But this one we can use the polyatomics are on both sides rule, or tip, because they're on both sides, the nitrate and the sulfate. So let's do the aluminum. Let's put a 2 there. Gives us 2 aluminums. And let's go back, look at the sulfates. So we have to write a 3 here to balance the sulfates. So that gives us 3 sulfates and 2 aluminums. So that balances out. Now we got to worry about our hydrogens and our nitrates. Our hydrogens are 6, so we need to write a 6 here. And we also have 6 nitrates because this 3 applies to the nitrate, and then the 2 applies to it as well. So 3 times 2 is 6. That's it. That's all you need to do. Next one, we can do the polyatomic thing again. But it looks like hydroxide disappears, but hydroxide is actually in the water. So there's 2 ways to do this. Let's do the long way first. So we have phosphate, so that's fine. And now we have potassium, so let's write a 3 there. Then we have 3 potassiums on both sides. And now we need to deal with our hydrogens and our hydroxides. We have 3 hydrogens here, and we have 3 hydrogens here. We only have 2 here, so that's 6 over here, and 2, so we need to write a 3. That gives us 6 hydrogens. Then we have 3 oxygens, which we now have 3 oxygens. Another way to do it is for every H and an OH makes a water. So 3 H's and 3 OH's make 3 waters. So here we have hydroxide appears to disappear again. So wherever you want to start, I'm going to start with the chlorine for just guessing, you know. We have 2 chlorines, we only have 1, so let's write a 2 here. That gives us 2 hydrogens. But now we have 2 hydrogens here and 2 hydrogens there, which is 4. So we need to write a 2 here. It gives us 2 oxygens and 2 oxygens. But again, just like the last problem, for every H, an OH makes a water. So 2 H's and 2 OH's make 2 waters. So that's a good example of leaving polyatomics as a whole thing, X and Y. Number 5 is a good example of ignoring these guys till the end because they are elements and they're a 1, so we can multiply them by whatever number we need to. Here's aluminum. We're going to ignore it for now. There's sulfate. There's sulfate. So this has 3. This has 1. So we write a 3. Now we can just easily put a 3 there to balance the coppers and put a 2 here to balance the aluminums. So this has 2 answers because we have a diatomic here, and tip 5 says that we can cut diatomics in half. So let's go ahead and do the rules. We have the sulfate, we have the sulfate, we have the gallium, we have the gallium. I'm going to ignore gallium for now because it is an element we can worry about at the end. So we need to write a 3 here to deal with the sulfates. That gives us 6 hydrogens now. We can put a 2 here easily just to deal with our galliums. But now we got to deal with our hydrogens, so we can write a 3 there. So that's how you balance chemical reactions. Have a good one.